As we all know, the levels of gases that are in the atmosphere are changing the temperature all over the world. Those temperature changes cause major issues with weather and how unpredictable it can be and the extreme events that we're getting. But temperature changes also mean that we're changing how our plants grow and how pests, disease, and weeds spread. And all of these things have a major impact on how our farmers are farming their land. So we can address these things in agricultural lands because it's the largest land base that we have to store carbon. So how our farmers use management to store carbon in their soils has a benefit both to the globe, but also to their individual businesses because we can improve soil fertility by bringing more carbon into agricultural systems.
So one of the great things about USDA-ARS is that there's a national network of different sites and experiments where we look at ways of increasing carbon back into our soils. One of the ways we do that is by looking at different treatments. For example, we might use more conservation practices that mimic what actual producers use. And we then monitor our soil changes, particularly how our carbon changes in the soil over time. Other things we do is we monitor greenhouse gas emissions that are coming off from our soils. We also look at how fertility changes and how different crop rotations impact changes in our soil carbon as well.
I think it's important that our farmers have the tools to be able to deal with these problems. For many, many years, our farmers have very proudly fed the world. And I think that they can also very proudly protect the world too. I think in the future, we're looking at more and more technology to help us solve these problems. So we're moving into what we're calling a digital age of agriculture, that we'll be able to use big data sets, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to really look at things not only at a finer scale within the field to manage within the field with precision ag techniques, but also to look at the landscape level and look farther out beyond the farm so that we can really target practices on the landscape to help protect our water quality and air quality.